2 and 4.
Okay, Dishanters, so these are the steak menu from Saung Steak Galunggung. A little bit lack of seasoning. This is the famous Sate Taichan that Bang Khodris sell for about 1,000 every single day.
Welcome back. It's 6:30 a.m. here on the C Morning Show, and it's time for your first Thursday morning sports update. And we begin with some local sports news as the Indonesian futsal team has reached the semifinal round of the 2024 ASEAN Futsal Championship. This, of course, follows their latest 5-1 victory against Myanmar in Group B. The Indonesian futsal team has topped Group B at the 2024 ASEAN Futsal Championship. They crushed their opponents Myanmar 5-1 during a recent match at the Nakhon Ratchasima Stadium in Thailand. Rio Pangestu scored for Indonesia during the 19th minute. Wendy Bryan extended the lead during the 22nd minute. Samuel Echo then found the back of the net during the 23rd minute, while Firman Adriansyah added to the score sheet during the 31st minute. It was continuing to get better for Indonesia from there as Romin Humandri sealed Indonesia's victory in the 33rd minute, as Indonesia now has gained 9 points after remaining undefeated in all 3 of their group matches and come out of the group at the top of the standings. The team will now be facing Group A runners-up Malaysia in the semifinal round on Friday. Meanwhile, Australia has also secured a spot in the final following a convincing 9-2 victory over Cambodia. And more Indonesian sports news coming your way as the Indonesian Wushu team has surprisingly secured 24 total medals composed of 11 gold, 7 silver, and 6 bronze at the 2024 China ASEAN Wushu Championship in Nantong, China. 2 Indonesian Wushu athletes in Terence Cahyadi and Agni Agustin Dinomin secured 2 golds for Indonesia, while Ahmad Gifari Fuaiz, Rainer Rinaldi Ferdiansyah, and Patricia Geraldine secured 1 gold medal each. Indonesian Wushu athletes from various regions also secured 1 gold each, and they are Arya Gita Sentosa and Josh Tiasto Tanto from Jakarta, Abigail Fang from North Sumatra, as well as Zafania Adelia Siddhartha from Yogyakarta. Meanwhile, Alexandra Kalista Setiawan, Ahmed Ghazali Fuaiz, and Abigail Fang from North Sumatra all secured silver medals. Theodora Rosa Santoso from Central Java, along with Andreas Simon and Kenneth Cristofani Wijaya from Jakarta, also secured silver medals. And in addition, Ahmad Gifari and Ahmad Ghazali Fuaiz, Geraldine, Jennifer Cahyadi, Siddhartha, and Santoso all secured bronze medals as well. The Indonesian Wushu team consists of 17 athletes and 3 coaches. Ahmad Hulaifi and Probo Mulyono are centralized training athletes, while Fuliana hails from North Sumatra. So congratulations to the Indonesian Wushu team for that incredible medal haul. It will obviously be coming back to a great homecoming. Let's move on to some local basketball news now, as Indonesian basketball star Arki Dikania Wisnu was officially introduced as part of the Dewa United Banten squad. He has signed a 3-season contract with the club.
Arki Dikania Wisnu has signed with Dewa United Banten. This was confirmed when the club held a press conference on Wednesday. The 36-year-old star has signed a 3-season contract for an undisclosed amount of money. Many are convinced that he can help the club win the IBL this season. He remains as one of Indonesia's best basketball players, although he has passed the 30-year mark. Some believe that his leadership and experience might be what the club need to break to the top 4 of the IBL.
Ada yang muda-muda juga di sini, tapi I feel like
I think with me there, with Caleb, Hardy, sama Lester, I think we can speed up the process a little more buat mereka buat siap masuk final.
Ya, alasan utamanya adalah mental juaranya dia. Kenapa? Karena tahu sendiri kan dengan segudang pengalamannya dia di IBL dan juga prestasinya dia bahwa SM juara 5 kali ya kalau nggak salah ya. Itu yang kita butuhin supaya dia bisa istilahnya menularkan lah ke anak-anak gimana sih how to be a champion.
Aki Wisnu is set to reunite with his teammate from Satya Muda, Hardianus Lakudu, and his national basketball team colleagues, Caleb Wamot and Lester Prosper. Aki is potentially the last player to join Pablo Favorel's squad for the 2025 IBL season. See Today contributed reporting from Jakarta.
So here's the statement on why Arki decided on Dewa United, as there were many suitors across the IBL for his services. He said, in reflection, I challenged myself to be able to help other teams who have not won a championship. And the choice ultimately fell on Dewa United, a good team, and they are hungry with victory with Coach Pablo, he said in a written statement. Now, Arki, who parted ways with his previous team, Satria Muda Pertamina Jakarta, after defending them for 13 years, cited the great potential and facilities that are provided by Dewa United as his main reasons for accepting the Banten team's offer, saying that they are showing their seriousness as an organization to compete for a championship. Arki also expressed his determination to collaborate with Dewa United players that he is already familiar with, such as Hardianus, Caleb Ramot Gemilang, Lester Prosper, along with others. Now, not only focusing on achievements, Arki also does admire Dewa United's commitment to the entire sports industry in Indonesia as a whole. Meanwhile, Dewa United Banten CEO Michael Oliver Wellers enthusiastically welcomed Arki's presence as their first recruit this offseason. According to him, the seriousness of Dewa United's management in investing and building a team has not only had a positive impact on basketball, but also on the development of national sports. He considered that even though Arki is not a youth in age, his abilities on the court were still unquestionable, stating that, quote, he is an asset for Indonesia, and for 13 seasons has had a myriad of achievements, including 5 championships and having won the MVP title and bringing the national team to a gold medal at the 2022 SEA Games in Vietnam. Now, with Dewa United making the Final Four last season, let's see if this move is what puts them into the finals this coming season. Meanwhile, in other basketball news, let's shift our attention now to the NBA momentarily. No action taking place yesterday as it was election day in the United States, but plenty happening off the court as the NBA suspended Philadelphia 76ers center Joel Embiid on Tuesday for shoving a member of the media. He's now set to go 3 games without pay. His suspension will begin with the next NBA regular season game where he is eligible and able to play. He has yet to play this season due to an injured left knee. Embiid shouted and eventually shoved a Philadelphia newspaper columnist at a locker room during a locker room altercation on Saturday night. NBA executive Joe Dumars released a statement saying that mutual respect between players and media members is paramount. He added that while they understand Embiid was offended by the personal nature of the original version of the reporter's column, interactions must remain professional and can never turn physical. To put some context, Embiid took issue with Philadelphia Inquirer journalist Marcus Hayes, who mentioned his late brother and son in a column that criticized Embiid's performance and lack of appearances in games. Hayes questioned Embiid's professionalism and lack of effort to stay in shape after playing in the Paris Olympics. Embiid stood and confronted Hayes when reporters entered the locker room to talk to players. So Embiid has been suspended for Philadelphia's next 3 games, which is November 6th against the Los Angeles Clippers, November 8th against the Los Angeles Lakers, and November the 10th against the Charlotte Hornets. The expectation is that Embiid will make his season debut following a suspension on November the 12th against the New York Knicks, which also marks their first game in the NBA in-season tournament. With the punish for Embiid being revealed following the altercation, another question remains, will Hayes be disciplined? And according to TMZ Sports, everything will, quote, remain the same with Marcus Hayes and the Philadelphia Inquiry. No change, as the Inquirer's Senior Director of Special Projects and Communications, Evan Bent, said of Hayes. He is an Inquirer columnist who covers Philadelphia sports teams, and this includes the Sixers. 76ers fans have been waiting for their new star trio of Embiid, Tyrese Maxey, and Paul George to take to the court for the first time. And now with this latest event, the Philly faithful will have to wait another week with the hopes that Maxey and George can grab a few wins to keep their season afloat during that time. Not looking great for Philadelphia so far in the season, as the Sixers have a 1-5 record after 6 games, sitting one spot below the bottom of the standings in the Eastern Conference, with only the struggling Milwaukee Bucks below them with one additional loss. Let's see if they can get things back on track when Embiid returns. It's another sports news. Austria's Jessica Pils and Jakob Schubert climbed a 220-meter dam to claim victory at the thrilling Red Bull Dual Ascent, defeating Swiss duo of Andrea Kumin and Sascha Lehmann at Switzerland's iconic Verzascha Dam.
Switzerland's iconic 220-meter Verzascha Dam, famously featured in the opening scene of James Bond GoldenEye, hosted the third Red Bull Dual Ascent from October 30th to November 2nd. The unique multi-pitch climbing competition saw 10 elite mixed teams, including record settlers, Olympic and world champions, battling on parallel 180-meter routes. Austria's Jessica Pils and Jakob Schubert, both Olympic climbing bronze medalists, claimed victory over Swiss climbers Andrea Kumin and Sascha Lehmann in Saturday's final, securing the title as 2024 Red Bull Dual Ascent champions.
Finally, zero gravity, zero problem. Aston Martin Red Bull Racing needed a new challenge after 3 record-breaking pit stops this season. And they found it at an altitude of nearly 10,000 meters on board a cosmonaut training plane.
With support from the Russian space agency Roscosmos, a Formula One team took their 2005 RB1 car to the Yuri Gagarin Cosmonaut Training Center in Star City, aiming to push limits with a zero-gravity pit stop challenge. Over the course of a week, 16 pit crew members took a crash course in cosmonaut training in preparation for multiple zero-G flights in the plane's fuselage, along with F1 car and a 10-strong film crew. Each flight experienced 22-second bursts of weightlessness during steep parabolic climbs and dives. Carefully timed 15-second filming sessions captured the action as the crew maneuvered the 400 kilograms car mid-air, an unprecedented feat even for a team that has driven F1 cars across extreme landscapes, from Himalayan peaks to desert sands.
Going into the first flight, I wasn't really sure what to expect, and the first time you perform the parabolic maneuver, the positive G compresses you into the floor of the plane, and you're confused and you can't understand what's going on and everything's happening fast. And then when you go into the negative G move, it's just the biggest rush. It's crazy. It's very disorientating, but exciting, and you want it to go on for longer than it does. Suddenly 25 seconds feels like 3 seconds.
The extraordinary experience left the crew with a newfound admiration for their cosmonaut colleagues.
All right, and that last update wraps up our sports segment for now. We'll have a recap for you later on before the end of our show. The C Morning Show is set to step away for a short break, but when we return, Marissa and Archie will be back to share with you the latest from the world of entertainment this Thursday morning. Stay tuned here on the C Morning Show, only on C Today.
ini begini lah. Enak tak enak pun udah terlanjur.
Kau sebut Ayong ya? Semua kenal.
Nanti akan saya buktikan bahwa saya akan bisa lebih dari kamu.
Gising kau yang pertama kali lempar mie, itu papa saya.
Dulu resep ini dari nenek. Nenek turun kasih bapak, bapak turun kasih saya. Nanti turun kasih anaknya.
Hello, you're watching C3 Updates with me, Indra Marpal.
Hormat Sanjana! The latest from Indonesia and the world.
Over 200,000 Palestinians working without jobs.
Presented in an accurate,
expected to reach 4.95 meters.
Timely and up-to-date manner.
Democrat Tim Walz and Republican J.D. Vance went after each other's running mates on Tuesday.
Only on C3 Updates every Monday to Friday at 2 and 4 p.m.
Ada cerita menarik seputar barista yang ada di kedai kopi kamu.